Hey guys, welcome back to Pillbox Movies. I'm Hank, and I was thinking today about watching some movies that inspired one of my favorite directors, Pedro Almodovar. We're going to be watching two films that have inspired him. We'll worry about the second one later, but the first one is Andrzej Żuławski's The Most Important Thing, Love. Andrzej Żuławski is a controversial, heralded filmmaker. He's responsible for such films as Possession is probably the movie he's most well known for. Oh, and in terms of the Almodovar connection, at the postscript of All About My Mother, he dedicated it to a number of female actresses, one being Romy Schneider, probably partially due to this role. So yeah, I'm interested. And before we begin, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more old, obscure, and art house films. Oh, my headphones. Oh dear. Oh, Romy. Oh, Klaus Kinski's in this. Okay. This will be our second film featuring Klaus Kinski.
Il est presque mort, mais c'est la vie pour toi.
La vie!
Tu lui prends la tête.
Je t'aime!
Mais je t'aime!
Chaotic. Chaotic film set, as since the dawn of time. And the script girl has a camel toe going. Jesus Christ.
Je t'aime. Je t'aime. Encore! Encore! Je t'aime. Allez, essaye! Vas-y! Vas-y, sens-le!
You really feel the intensity, the mania of Żuławski coming through.
Encore! Je t'aime. Encore! Non, ça va pas! Mais je ne peux pas, mais si! Sens-le!
Sens-lui!
Sens-le! Viens! Encore!
Go.
Encore! Viens! Encore! Allez!
This motherfucker is photographing her while she's... Oh, Jesus.
Encore.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. It's so big.
Ne faites pas de photos, s'il vous plaît. Non, je suis une comédienne, vous savez, je sais faire des trucs bien.
Oh no.
Ça ici, je le fais pour bouffer. C'est tout, alors ne faites pas de photos. Qu'est-ce que vous foutez là? J'ai dit pas de photographe sur le plateau.
Yo, Ayatsu's not gonna be happy about this. Oh. Just what the heck, Żuławski, come on. Always insane. God. Yeah, some of okay. I do get myself in trouble on this channel, don't I? Come on, the beauty of the human body. Who doesn't want to see it? I swear I don't seek out nudity in like my regular day-to-day movie selections, but...
Est-ce que je vous ai réveillé?
Oh, Romy without any makeup whatsoever. One of the true beauties of film. You got some Roman Polanski, motherfucker. We've once again got an old school apartment filled with movie posters. Romy.
Comme ça? Comme ça? Du cul?
East of Eden, perhaps, in my opinion, James Dean's best performance.
Pardon. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Rien.
She recognized him.
Vous faites toutes les photos que vous voulez.
Dark soundtrack by Delarue. I aspire to an apartment as cluttered as this.
Elle fait les frites. C'est une négro. Enfin, métissée, tu vois.
Yeah, Żuławski.
Je suis amère, hein?
Żuławski definitely takes an attitude towards human behavior that, in some ways, I can recognize in filmmakers like Almodovar. She keeps on saying that she's 30. That's hilarious. But he certainly takes... They both take a kind of viewpoint of human behavior or personality as such in a state of frenzy and disarray.
Voilà.
Approaching mania. Why are there film posters in every room?
C'est pas là que vous me traînez par les cheveux jusqu'au lit?
Oui.
Fous le camp.
God. I love the production design, like the set dressing on this movie. All these apartments feel really lived in, with personality, and with like erratic personality.
Comment tu vas?
Comme de la merde.
Alors, ta théâtreuse, là, où est le problème?
Merde, où est le problème? Où est le problème? Il faut faire quelque chose pour elle. Je ne sais pas quoi, mais je veux faire quelque chose pour elle.
Allez, raisonnons. Oui, en Occident, la solution sera capitaliste. Alors elle insistait, elle me disait, mais tu l'aimes combien?
Yeah.
10 sous, 100 sous.
This would be the aspect, I think, that Almodovar kind of resonates with Żuławski and kind of siphons from Żuławski. This kind of obsessive love, desperate love.
J'en ai une. T'as une pièce, là. Une pièce, tu connais, non?
pièce.
Le théâtre. Elle est comédienne, d'accord?
So put on a play with her.
Les comédiens, faut que ça joue. Excusez-moi.
Oh Jesus, there he is.
Mais la pâte m'avait dit que...
Ah, Raymond, il va sans doute bientôt mourir, comme mon frère.
What does that even
C'est toi qui es
mean?
mort, mon frère. Je peux le voir où, le metteur en scène, s'il vous plaît?
Mais le voilà. Mais du pouvoir, de la mécanique du pouvoir.
Certainly talks like a director.
Machiavélique de femme importante qu'elle
And?
puisse jouer dans Richard III. Lady Anne, l'un des plus beaux rôles féminins qui
Is
soit.
it?
Elle doit jamais savoir que je me mouille dans cette affaire. C'est compris?
It's fine with us. Delu's got a little bit of a Herman thing going on.
Ça va?
I feel like completely unmoored watching this, just constantly out offshore.
Bon alors, embrasse le petit et tu disparais.
Tu as maigri. Tu ne manges pas.
Okay.
Non, je mange.
Viens manger chez nous quand tu veux.
D'accord.
I describe the movie as
Tu ne
eccentric.
viendras pas.
The things that it chooses to focus
Alors,
on.
combien t'as besoin? Bon ben ça fait 100 000 comme tout le monde. Hein. Et ton papa, comment il va?
Enfant chéri, ça vous embêterait beaucoup si je vous disais qu'on va à la catastrophe.
You can kind of see the style that would develop into like what Iñárritu and Lubetsky would do for Birdman.
Jamais.
Like, tell me where the cuts are coming in these scenes.
Puisse sur l'odieux misérable qui nous rend misérables.
I mean, if you want to get an actress to act, I guess the simplest thing to do is prey on her insecurity.
Aux araignées, aux crapauds, à tous les reptiles venimeux qui vivent.
Romy going full snot acting. I applaud you.
Il ne parle pas de toi. On est tous des guignols avec des diamants, des glandes.
I don't deny it.
On est là. Un morceau.
Oh my god.
Personne ne voulait donner.
Oh my god. There's so many things happening at once. Oh, Kinski. Oh, Kinski. Oh, God.
Je ne me cherche pas.
Just beautiful, beautiful camera work. I'm just delighted. Like a wasp investigating. Like a wasp just needling. Oh my god. Just watching a constant horror movie. Don't go all the way. No! You gotta love the 70s zooms.
C'est la fais gaffe, il faut qu'on la reconnaisse d'abord. Tu la vois là? Allez, vas-y. Regarde là, la petite brune là-bas à gauche avec les travelots. Tu la vois? Bon, faut pas la louper. Regarde celle-là.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Andrzej! What is going on inside of your head, Andrzej?
Tu l'as rempli d'imprécations et de blasphèmes. Si tu contemples
I know exactly the
les actes
notes
affreux, regarde,
that this scene would get
regarde ces chefs-d'œuvre de
come Tech
débaucherie.
Week.
Oh, messieurs, voyez.
Jacques, ça ne vous ennuierait pas de prendre place dans le cercueil? Eh bien, mon petit, qu'est-ce que vous attendez pour continuer?
Freedom!
Les fantômes est revenu.
Alors, monsieur, ça vous a plu?
Bonjour. Oui, je... Bon, c'est... Non, c'est...
C'est quoi?
Absolutely fierce, not even blinking. Oh my god, every single time I say these things, they do the opposite.
J'ai un peu froid, moi. Ni une victime, ni une prisonnière. Ma vie est ce qu'elle est.
That's fair.
Même si elle ne vous semble pas très brillante.
Oh my god. I'm like genuinely, I'm like going crazy watching this.
À 5 heures du matin.
Ridi Pagliaccio! Timothy something. Timothy Dalton?
Saute-moi, 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 saute-moi.
Saute-moi, 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 s'il te plaît.
Jacques, s'il te plaît.
Jacques, s'il te plaît.
J'ai pris ma pilule.
Aïe, God!
Alors, c'était la pente, le stupre, la fornication.
No
la dérive,
comment.
Les conneries, quoi. Et puis Zorro est arrivé. Alors, tu vois, j'étais persuadé que vous ne viendriez pas. À votre avis? Mais cela veut se l'envoyer?
Not really.
C'est un PD.
Et alors, un PD. Moi aussi, je suis PD. Ça
That's a bad word. That's a bad French word. I hope they changed that.
Une fois que c'est fait, ça, tu peux lui enlever sa culotte, mais pas ses principes.
Pourquoi t'as peur comme ça? Ça gêne tout le monde. Et c'est inutile.
Je me sens coincé. J'ai l'impression que... si je continue, je vais faire du mal. Et si je m'arrête, je ferai plus de mal encore.
Of course. It's the 95 version. Oh, never mind. Japanese Richard III. Japanese Richard III.
Grinçante, outrée, complaisante, expressionniste sans rime ni raison.
I don't dispute it.
Sa mise en scène est un salmigondis d'intentions contradictoires et d'idées prises
This
à
sounds
droite et à
like a
gauche,
self-read.
tant et si bien que si cohérent. J'écarte d'emblée Nadine Chevalier, transfuge d'un certain cinéma sur lequel je garderai un silence charitable. Quant à Zimmer, cet acteur grotesque et grossier donne la plus pitoyable exhibition qu'il m'a été donné de voir.
Kinski was like, in my rider, there must be a kung fu scene in which I come out on top.
Bonsoir.
Okay. Bye.
Je peux vous dire que ça m'a plu. C'est effrayant ce que vous êtes arrivé à faire à Bobonne.
Oh God.
Ces hurlements, tout ça. Ce que je peux dire, c'est que vous commencez tous, vraiment, à me faire chier.
This theme, this like love theme between them is having an effect on my mind.
Un monsieur m'a ouvert la porte. Il m'a dit d'attendre à l'intérieur. Vous savez, ça irait très mal pour moi si je l'avais pas rencontré. Je serais devenue je sais pas quoi.
The size of her eyelashes,
Une
Jesus.
pute. Vous comprenez?
And the way her back is exposed in that dress, just insane. I mean, she definitely knows that her back is an asset. She shows it off quite brazenly in La Piscine.
Vous avez raison. Une femme, ça s'achète.
Things they say in this movie, Jesus.
Et après, tu t'en vas. C'est ça? Tu ne lui diras jamais?
Non.
Alors c'est mieux que tu t'en ailles tout de suite.
Monsieur Delarue, you're doing things to my brain. Sometimes, like, I definitely had this experience with watching Trouble Every Day, the Claire Denis film. Sometimes watching a film that's like, Marlon Brando, watching a film that's kind of outside of your comfort level, it's like learning a new language, just like having your brain rewired to a certain degree. And I definitely feel this with Cronenberg films, like, the places your brain is taken to sometimes, just extremely foreign territory. Just absolutely alien lands where you feel so separated from the person you were before.
Je suis allée chez Servais.
Like I talked about with Swimming Pool, with the Ozon film, how I really delighted in living in the kind of paranoid headspace of Sarah after a while. And this is something really similar where the characters are so kind of tortured and embattled and embittered that eventually you move past the point of kind of, I don't know, rational judgment of their actions.
Tu vois? Là, c'était pour respirer.
And it becomes a movie about addicts and about survival. And the thing they're addicted to is love, and the thing they're trying to survive is life. And it's just, it's a very kind of, I don't know, it's an impassioned portrayal. Oh my god.
Mon Dieu. J'en ai marre.
Please don't start masturbating, Romy. Romy! I like sometimes can't believe French audiences, because this is like a hit in France. And listen, French culture, French society, especially by this time, had been exposed to a whole history of strange and artistically challenging films. But the idea that a movie like this would enter into kind of mainstream attention, really a testament to movie-going audiences of a completely different era.
Attention à ce que tu fais.
This lady is absolutely torturing his mind.
T'as rien compris?
And I don't understand it.
C'est pour moi qui fais
Every
ça.
single word she says to him just
Pour moi.
penetrates his entire soul.
C'est Saint François d'Assise, lui-même en personne. Remercie-le, vas-y, vas-y.
Tu m'embrasses pas?
God. Oh my god. The absolute cuckoldry of it. And I don't even know who's getting cucked. I also like this movie's depiction.
Je suis là.
I don't know how to describe it, of impotence in this movie by collections. There's all these different characters who are like collectionneurs. Jacques of his film memorabilia, Raymond of his like books and stuff. All these people who have like amassed, even Servais with his film stock. All these people like burying themselves in a collection of stuff.
Tu sais quelle est la chose la plus immonde, la plus dégueulasse? La pitié. Je sais bien ce que tu penses de moi.
Because you can't love what you pity.
Il y a personne au monde que j'aime plus que toi, personne.
I mean, that's true. But it's the kind of love that he he can't value. It's like a pitiable kind of love. She loves him because he's impotent.
Je peux te dire que je t'aime.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Pause. Oh God. It's so hard to describe. I think this movie is communicating something, and Żuławski's, the films of his that I've seen are communicating something that I think is very true to the artistic process, to the process of being in love with somebody, to the process of life itself, that it can be like as irrational and kind of misformed and incomprehensible as you'd like. This being like the movie itself, it being the plot, the lines that the characters say to each other, words that you say to a loved one, to a prospective loved one, to a denied loved one, devolve into an irrational system of codes that don't resemble real life anymore, or don't resemble anything that you can comprehend anymore. But the constant anchor that you have, the thing that lends you to knowing if you're still pointing north somehow, is the emotions. Like, I just don't understand anything that's happening in this movie, but the identifying factor for me is still like the force of emotion and conviction in the actors' performances. That leads me to understand the viewpoint that's being expressed. That, as much as I can, that is what makes me see the perspective of Żuławski shine through. That's like, that's the unifying factor, and I guess that's something that's true to life too, that's true to love, that's true to working in the arts, that you don't have to totally comprehend the carapace. You can work on shows that you don't quite process. You can work on something that's avant-garde. You can be in love with somebody who is completely outside the bounds of your experience, but throughout, the only kind of true or better judgment you can exercise is what your heart is telling you. What a stupid sentimental thing to say. Oh God.
C'est tout. Comment c'est tout?
I love how Nadine is just surrounded by all of these impotent men, and Nadine's emotions are so clearly felt and expressed, but Nadine is similarly completely impotent and powerless and helpless by being an actress, by being completely at other people's mercy, by needing financial support, by needing emotional support. All these characters are simultaneously so helpless and so in control of each other's lives.
Servais Mont, s'il vous plaît.
I really love this portrayal of Jacques. I just like, there's a lot of kind of, I don't know, sublimated anger in this performance that manifests itself in this kind of helplessness and this despair. Jealousy and guardedness over his wife. That becomes this incredible expression of despair and helplessness. Like, I love how understated he has been throughout all of this. If he can't express his emotions properly, then how could he properly express his love for his wife? How can he properly express his anger towards Servais? How can he properly express his despair? You can't read it on his face, you can only read it in his actions. Like him fucking killing himself in a fucking bathroom. Oh God.
Quel con! Quel con! Il devait le faire avant de te connaître! T'as compris?
And this is one of those things where, like, there's no rational explanation to why Servais is jealous of Jacques. There's no in-film explanation to why his jealousy prevents him from taking advantage of Nadine. And you just kind of have to understand it through, like, I don't know, your own understanding of human beings, and you have to bring a lot of yourself into the movie to process it. Like, he has a kind of obsessive love for Nadine, but it's also like manifests as a chase love. He is sexually attracted to her, but wants more than just sex. She, like, has, like, a failed terminal relationship with her husband, but the fact that she is so sincere in it, that she does in her own small, inexpressible way love Jacques, unendingly, uncompromisingly, destroys this entire thing for Servais. Servais cannot penetrate through the defenses, through the resistance, the contempt that Nadine, perhaps not contempt, like the final layer of refusal that Nadine has for him, that she will relent everything to him except for that final layer of love. I love this image. This is just so intense.
C'est foutu pour nous maintenant, tu sais.
This is this is kind of the atmosphere of the film itself. Just constantly circling around in despair.
J'espère, ça m'inquiète.
Vous avez bien compris, il ne faut en aucun cas qu'on me voie le visage.
Non, merde alors.
Là, ça ira très bien. Oui, oui.
Jesus.
J'aurais pu t'écraser comme un tétard.
Dommage que tu ne l'aies pas fait.
Je suis un peu leur père à tous. Ils viennent me raconter leur
It's an
misère.
intense kind of relationship with one's benefactor, I have to say.
Quand on ne mange pas, il faut dormir.
This is what relationships with your parents is like. This constant carrot and stick.
Jamais. C'est petit ce qui va t'arriver maintenant. C'est à ton papa qu'on aurait dû le faire il y a 3 ans.
Oh man, that headshot.
Tous les matins, je me regarde dans la glace et je me dis, c'est pas vrai. Alors, puisqu'on n'existe
None of
pas,
this actually happened.
faut bien trouver un moyen de se faire admettre. Hein? C'est ce que t'es en train de faire, là, maintenant?
Accepting us?
Tu admets.
Parents do be like this, though.
Petit.
It kind of feels like the hallway in the opening. Like that kind of, I've felt like this in my life. I've wanted to make a show of force, to bleed out my entire soul, if it meant that the person that I loved would look at me. Oh my god. It's a weird movie. It's a weird movie. That was definitely a lot. Oh, I think I kind of admire Żuławski for distilling down elements to their most kind of primal or evocative form. As much as I say, like, it's like an irrational film, if you take just like the plot beats themselves, there is like a linear progression to follow. So there is that spine on which the movie sits. The irrational part comes in just the way that characters, what they say to each other, how their actions manifest, like not the reasons why, but how they manifest. And Żuławski kind of like, he disdains the boring parts of cinema, and sometimes these are things that I really appreciate in a filmmaker, when they're able to show all the connective tissue, how in a very kind of systematic way, programmatical way, show how one event leads to another. That's not the style of filmmaking I see when I see Żuławski. The movie just like and the filmmaker kind of save their film stock for just like anything that is penetrative. This is a very kind of penetrating film, and I think even though I experience it so rarely, it depicts the kind of the madness, the desperation, the desire and the wish to be seen that comes of being in love. It's so tortured. The enmeshments that kind of hold these two back from being able to see or express themselves to each other. The bonds that Nadine has to Jacques, the obligations that Servais has to Mazzelli. All these things are just gradually stripped away until at the end you have these two forces, these two primal creatures who are forced to acknowledge each other. Yeah, it's a really stirring movie. Great performance by Romy Schneider. I actually, if anything, really enjoyed Jacques Dutronc's performance as Chevalier. I thought it was a character that said a lot by not saying what they felt. Similar to Nadine. And I loved how kind of just absolutely gross Mazzelli and his wife were, or Madame Mazzelli. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That was the most important thing, love. I don't disagree, but yeah. You put yourself in tremendous risk. Like all important things in life, love requires great risk. Approach at your own risk. If you enjoyed, click the like button and subscribe for more old, obscure, and art house films. And until next time, keep watching good movies.